It becomes when the population become consciously aware of the fact that they're co-creating everything. That's the point where they want to have their propaganda in position, ready to have its effect, which is to make us create the reality that they want.
Correct.
Okay, this is the ultimate trick then, to trick the entire collective into creating the reality they want, so they can keep feeding on us energetically.
At a different scale, at a much higher scale.
Yeah, because we'd be tuned to what they want, what they really want.
And more than that, we would be going from like 10 volts to 1,000,000 amps.
Because of the energetic shift that we're experiencing.
And the belief shift.
Yeah, so this is their end game.
And they wouldn't be tied to the karmic repercussions because it's our free will decision, correct?
Well, exactly. All they did was tell us some stuff to shift our beliefs, and we accepted their information as fact and manufactured the
and that's
results.
what source streams are doing here in this reality right now.
And we started off this conversation talking about the technology of implants, and I don't know if we've mentioned on this recording the aspect of the control system that you were describing at that moment, which was the field that they create, which enables them to observe us and do things to us, using the space in between the atoms of the planet itself.
Correct. As the omnidirectional field that's contained that our belief systems are contained in. There's an energy field around Earth that's our belief system. And that energy field is linked to Earth's energy field. And what they're trying to do with the technology is to separate us from the Earth mind. So they follow their own belief system, so we recreate Earth instead of we create Earth and Earth creates with us. Take that symbiotic relationship away.
And they want to be directing this. They want to be the traffic cop that makes this relationship work their way.
Correct.
I mean, reclaiming personal sovereignty is absolutely the key to rejecting their propaganda, which is changing the game, which is why we keep getting back to that aspect of the conversation again and again and again, like a cracked record. Because all of these conversations lead back to that point every time. I think that's probably going to be the theme of these conversations, that we'll start off talking about a technical aspect, a social aspect, some aspect of the propaganda and control, and we'll end up saying, well, how do we fix it?
We can't fix it.
You can only change it.
Can only change it.
Now, is there some point in the future that there'll come a point where our technology, our bodysuits, etc., will not be able to break this mold? It'll be so powerful, and is that what we're...
No, I don't think it'll ever, because it'll only be by our consent. Always by our consent. If we change our minds, it'll only take an instant to fix it. That's right. Let's not use the word fix, to make something new. Because even though, the message that we've been trying to put out on the shows is that we really need to create something new, because the old can't be fought. It can't be made better. It can't be made to work, because it was never made to work in our favour.
You have to create your way out of it.
Well, we're back again almost immediately, because we decided there was a little bit of technical information we needed to put out there about the architecture of the implants. And Andrew,
how the programs work,
and we wanted to actually get that down on tape, so we don't have to actually go back to it later while it's in fresh in
You're asking, you created Visual Basic, and how does that relate into programming? So when they create a program, let's look at the two most basic programs that they want to insert into you at any time. The victim program: I am a victim, I am powerless, I am a victimizer. So what is a victim? Someone that allows things into their energy field that is greater than their belief system. What is a victimizer? Someone that inserts their beliefs into a person's belief system that they know is incapable or unable to have the free will to stop it. So the program itself is a set of emotional responses that are attached to your adrenal glands to put you in fight or flight. So when your adrenal glands are really high, you'll be aggressive and you'll be a victimizer. If you are in a victim state, your endocrine glands won't properly be producing, and you won't have the awareness to stop something to come into your energy field. It's like if you're in a big crowd of people and you start all feeling their energy, it's because your endocrine glands aren't functioning right, your acetylcholine's not functioning right, and the chemical processes in your skin suit are in such a way that they're scrambled, and it makes it very easy for you to just be a victim. on the other side, a victimizer program, which is literally just manipulating your energy meridians so that you are in a high energy state, aggressive state, and fall into the archetype personality of a dominator. And there are people that are dominators but are humongously good people because they have good hearts behind them. And then there are people that are victimizers that have no heart behind them. And those people accept the programming at their heart level. And when you accept a program at your heart level because your belief system says that this world is concrete and glass and you eat cows and vegetarians are less than people, that's them in the program. If you look at the Fox News people, they're all Republican Christians, and you look at the MSNBC people, they're Democrat and pro-life, so pro-choice. Again, it's looking at the belief system that a culture has, and then creating foundational software that manipulates the culture, as well as the culture changes, so you can upgrade the victimizer software. And the software itself is created in a dream environment.
So it's actually manipulating at gland level.
Correct.
To actually stimulate really basic responses to shift your behavior and your response to interacting with the people around you. So you'll tend to be aggressive. They just turn on the right hormones to make you aggressive.
Correct. And you follow that habit pattern, which is implanted into you in a dream environment.
So they use the dream environment to make further suggestions to you about how you should behave.
Which is why they created the sacred geometry cities to trap you in the dream so that they can make you, so you'd be very susceptible to those programs and implants.
We have no idea what a free world would actually feel like to live in.
What is free will?
No, a free world. And
what is a free world?
Well, a world where there isn't one of these domination systems in play. Does that exist?
Yeah. Not here. Not right now, not at the moment of this recording. No. But it does exist on Earth. In all of us. Because we're already there. Timeline genocide is what created this paradox disunity reality. And until we resolve our paradoxes, which is why we're in disunity, why we're in domination and control, why we must go through every aspect of separation of source at the galactic level, separate of source at the universal level, and separation of source at the planetary level, separate on the source at a human level, even in your local environment.
Oh, look, I've spoken about division many times now on the radio. It's all by division. Yeah.
And when you divide on all of those levels and all of the scales, it's only the individual I am presence that can make any change. And when the I am presence is stuck in software programming, because we give away our free will to it, you're in a state where people won't do anything. They'll just follow the materialism, consumerism program that's put in front of them. And then you have people that are light workers or grid workers or something else, and they're following their own program. And then there are programs that are created for light workers or for dark workers to make them create factions and divisions, because inside their DNA they're incarnating into these old factions that were created to bring Earth back to its original timeline, before timeline genocide. So you have a tremendous amount of things working against our regaining of unity consciousness, because we started as a unity consciousness species, and it was taken away step by step by step by step until the last fall of Atlantis, where there was no unity consciousness species left.
The interesting thing about it is that we can take it back in an instant if we act in unity consciousness. All of the steps they've taken can be instantly removed when we reach that.
Just like me dumping out the water out of a cup.
Yep. And that's reality.
That's reality.
So when you talk about the activation of chemical processes that lead to our response mechanism, at what point did they realize that they could do so with food?
When you're overeating carbs, your adrenal gland will recharge faster or burn out faster. If you're, depending on your genetic makeup and the soul lineage you are, if you're eating certain types of foods will trigger spiritual responses, which will make you high energy, which will make you target in the dreamtime world to be a battery for them to go and drain more. Because that's also part of the architecture, is your energy for them. You're a battery for them. Just like in the Matrix in the beginning, where he wakes up and there's thousands of tubes. That's a very accurate, soft disclosure, but not physically. We are energy to them because we're an energy planet, but we have a physical reality. And our energy is based off of our free will to be incarnated into a body. And when we begin giving away our free will, because we expect to be a symbiotic relationship with the planet, and then they have this facade that is creating the separation of two worlds. So you're not symbiotically related to your planet anymore, you're individually related to yourself. And once you're related only to yourself, you fall into the programs. And programs are wide-ranging from Democrat program, Republican program, citizenship program, patriot programming, nationalist programming, go on and on and on and on. Criminals, thieves.
I mean, at ground level, if you want to understand, if you want to work out what aspect of the programming you're in, you'd look at your life and what you've become involved in. So if you're involved in a political party, it's the party programming. If you're involved in, say, the military, it's the patriot programming. And there's variations on that. You know, that obviously there's flavours all over the place. But it's very easy to see if you're in an ism particularly, then you're in, you know, one of the things that's been forced upon us.
Correct.
To create this construct.
That's right. To create this construct out of using our free will to keep it solid.
Do you remember a TV series called Red Dwarf?
Yep.
Better Than Life game?
Yep.
Wasn't so good.
Nope.
Nope. And we're in one.
And we're in one right now.
Exactly. And somewhere there's a domestically obsessed robot trying to get us out, called Crichton.
There's a movie out there called Existence, Existence, and it's about a person that creates a holographic video game, and it brings a bunch of people into the story, and at the end of the story they think they come out, but they're not actually out.
Yeah, it's like Inception, multiple layers.
Inception's another great way of describing the world we live in right now.
Yeah, I just wonder if there's a way we can tell when we've actually extracted ourselves from the matrix that we're in, other than using a spinning top and seeing whether it ever stops. Now there'll be a point where the people actually do start to take reality back, make it their own again. How will we be able to tell we've actually done that job?
You're not going to take reality back. You're going to let it go.
Oh,
let's look at our linguistics here for a second. It's taking a program.
Yep.
Okay. How can you take back something that's already you're in the creation of it? Revolution? Is revolution a program?
Absolutely.
All of it.
Yeah. Creation should be the only program that we actually think about. We're creating
a symbiotic.
See how easily I slip back into the programming.
Me too. Me too.
It's there all the time in our language. It's right in it's right in front of us.
It's so much a part of us at every moment that only the I am presence can shut it off. You know, there's this saying of if you're a vibrational match to something, it's there for you. That's programming. So there are people that have belief systems that say if you're all heart, nothing can harm you. In this world, that's lies. If you're all love, that's your lie. You'll still starve to death.
Yeah.
Okay.
All we are is
to still be hurt by people that are in the system. You will still be attacked by other people's belief systems, no matter how much of a love being you are. Because you're not in creation.